And welcome back to episode number 2 in our ongoing series, 2022 Cosmetology Exam Questions and Answers. I want to stress how often the answer to the question is right in the body of the question if you've taken the time to read it. Over the years, I know the same problem occurs over and over. Students are in a hurry, they think I'm going to run out of time, and they race through the test. You're not going to run out of time. Do not race through the test. Read the question at least twice, slowly. Make sure you know what it says. Is the word not in there? It's a small little word, negative questions. It always shows up 2 or 3 times on the test. You blow through the question and miss the word not, and you answer wrong, when you probably actually knew the correct answer. If you understood the real question, you thought they asked you which is, they asked you which of the following is not. They love this on colors, complementary colors. Which of the following is not a complementary color? Answers A, B, C, D. Red, green, blue, and orange. You read which of the following is a complement. Oh, answer A, red, and move on. Boo, hiss, no, you fail. Okay? They do it all the time. Read the question slowly. Make sure you know what it actually says. Read all 4 answer choices. If you don't know, skip the question and go back. Do not let yourself get bogged down. There's a technique called front loading. Examiners love this. They know statistically which questions are missed the most, and they have this very nasty habit of putting them up front. Okay? Because you go in, you're nervous. You don't know the first 5 questions. It's game over tilt. And they know this. Don't fall for this. If you don't know question 1, go to question 2. If you don't know question 2, go to question 3. And keep going till you find a question that you know. And when you finish and you come back around to the unanswered questions, you're going to realize you know half of them. Why didn't I know this before? Because you were nervous and now you're not. Okay, there's test taking strategy number 1. Number 2, it's largely a vocabulary test. And if you don't believe that now, you will after you test. And those of you who didn't pass the test know what I'm talking about. The answer so often is right in the body of the question. And I'm going to give you an example, and hopefully it will come on the screen at some point during this video so you can write it down for yourself. Okay? One of their favorite questions: what is the most common type of skin cancer? It will give you answer A, basal cell carcinoma, answer B, hyperhidrosis, answer C, bromhidrosis, answer D, anhidrosis. Now, even if you don't know that basal cell carcinoma accounts for about 80% of all skin cancers, according to your book, even if you don't know that, hydrosis is water. Fancy Latin word, right, for water. Bromhidrosis, bad smelling water or sweat. Hyperhidrosis, a lot of water or sweat. Anhidrosis, the inability to sweat, again, water. Answers B, C, and D all contain the term water. The question didn't ask you about water, it asked you about skin cancer. So even if you don't know, there's only one possible choice. Since B, C, and D are impossible, there's only one thing left. Okay? Now, I'll give you another example of this same thing on today's short video. Number 2, the following term refers to the inability to sweat: basal cell carcinoma, squamous cell carcinoma, malignant melanoma, and anhidrosis. Again, only one of those answer choices even involves the word water, which is a nice word for sweat. My grandmother used to say that horses sweat, men perspire, and women glow. However you want to remember it is fine. Just remember it, okay? It asked you about the inability to sweat, and it gave you 3 types of skin cancer: basal cell, squamous cell, and malignant melanoma. But the question didn't ask you about skin cancer. It asked you about sweat. There was only one possible answer. This happens on a 100-question test probably 30 or 40 times. Okay? I have given this test as an example to friends of mine, architects, attorneys, educated people who know nothing about this industry. So you can't say, oh, well, they already had this knowledge in their head. And I ask them to take these tests. And they get these questions right. They don't know anything about skin cancer or sweating, but they do understand the terminology. And they know, okay, it can't be A, it can't be B, it probably isn't C, okay, I'm going to go with D. And about 40% of the time, they're right, just there. Now, imagine if you get 40 questions right just that way, You only got to know another 35 or 30 to pass your test, and you will by the time you finish our video series. I hope you've enjoyed it and learned something today. Please give us a call with your questions, 760-534-4434. Visit us online at Cosmetology, stateboardexam.com. We'd love to hear from you. If you subscribe to our station and drop us an email with your name, we'll be happy to send you a free copy of all the vocabulary terms you'll need to know. Thank you, and hope to hear from you again soon.